Greetings and welcome, my friends. This is We Double L Power. Definitely a Nintendo fan, am I right? We're kicking things off with a 3-lander, double guardian, and a siren with a monument. This could be better, but it's not awful. Keep your pants on. Our surveil land shows us a mountain on top. With 3 other lands already in hand, we'll dump this one and flush it. We draw a mountain anyways, shout out to the shuffler. When it wants you to draw lands, you will draw lands. Another reason we play the siren is the classic chicken scream when it lands. Love to hear it. Momentum Breaker is not a bad card, but like any edict, it gets worse when there are multiple men in play, so you're often forced to use it on 1/1 men that really shouldn't be a threat. Our only play this time around is the Monument, which is fine. With them possibly having discard effects, it's likely the best play. We'll fetch out an island with the Passage, then we'll follow up with Saheeli. With them not having any threats on board, we don't have to worry about protecting her, and we can get some extra card draw thanks to her +1 ability.
I'm a tough opponent. Win or lose.
Her scry shows us a Fabricator on top, and we'll definitely want it. We already have extra card draw, and the Fabricator can generate tokens to help combat their edicts, as well as crew our vehicles. Amazing. They burn a Momentum Breaker to get us to discard a card. With the Monument, we're getting a free loot. Let's toss Mountain we had hoped not to draw to begin with, and we'll use the Monument's ability to take 3 off their life. Pain seems like a solid option here. They follow up with a Lockdown, which makes no sense. Sure, bro, you do you. Our surveil land shows us a Siphon on top. More card draw is welcome. Sure, it'll cost us a pair of mana, but that's a small price to pay to get us more ways to smash the opponent. We could draw first, but let's get the Fabricator down before we do. This way, we'll get a token, and we can start to populate our board with men and hopefully more vehicles. The opponent plays out a Beza. I'm not going to say it's not good, but I think there are better options. They get a card draw, but we've already drawn a couple cards and we can keep drawing as well. The life they gain doesn't matter. We'll be taking it down soon enough. Let's play out the Siphon and follow it up with one of our guardians. The scry from Saheeli shows us a Mirex on top. It's alright, but we need more pressure. We've already got a token generator. The extra draw gets us a Thrillroller. Things are about to get more thrilling. Now we can crew up and get in there with the Fabricator and a token. Beza will have to watch as we fly over and smash. They impending out a green Overlord, so there has to be a follow-up play. I'm really not sure that impending at this stage of the game is the right choice. They follow up with another Lockdown to take out our tokens. That's crippling, bro. Well, it really isn't, but from where we sit, the opponent is fighting a losing battle. They send in Beza, but it's going at Saheeli. She can take the hit, so we'll let the hit go through. Our plan was to keep going with the scry ability anyways. We're going to win this with the card draw and the tokens we get from it. Saheeli shows us a Synthesizer on top. That's definitely a keep. We'll play it out right away, then follow up with the Thrillroller. On top, we have another Synthesizer and a Siren. The chicken's time has come and gone, so we'll send it on down. Let's crew up with the robot overlord and send the team. You're getting run over by vehicles and robots, bro. Better throw down another lockdown. They plop a Baloth down, but even with its life gain, it's not enough. Unless they can do something about our guardians, it's going to be GG's. We don't need to block here, but we will anyways to show them their efforts have been useless. They've killed off a siren and some tokens. Most impressive. Let's play out the second synthesizer. And there they blow. GG's, no cheese, but heavy with the vehicles, please. This is only on 3 can of bees. We're about to open a can, but it's not bees. We get a 4-lander with a synthesizer, a fabricator, and some card draw in the form of moo. I like it. Keep your pants on. They plant a mountain and throw down a hired claw. It smells like butt. No, wait, I mean mono red. We draw a Thrillroller, which is another synthesizer trigger in a few turns. They send in their claw, and instead of playing anything else out, they pump it with its ability. So brutal, bro. Just chill out for a second. We draw a second synthesizer. That's pretty amazing. We can have a double synthesizer board with a pair of artifacts that will trigger them both. On top, we have a pair of lands. We'll send them both on down. We want more ammo in case they're able to deal with our first few robot overlords. They play out a mono red staple, the spear guy that is so hasty he forgets his pants. They send in their men, but we know there has to be something else. Another pump, maybe? No, wait, it's a rage. Mono red men get angry when you make them wear pants. This is a family show. Come on, bro. We draw a siren. The map token will be a good boost to our robot overlords. And now we'll have a pair of blockers unless they have removals for one or both of our men. On top we have a siphon and a land. The siphon is fine. It will trigger our synthesizers. But we'll send the land on down. They eyeball the synthesizers. Did they bring artifact destruction? They hit our robot overlord with a removal, which takes it out. We still have the siren to block the claw, at least. We go down to 5, but our robot overlords will be bigger from here on out, and we'll get a pair of them with every artifact we... Let's drop the Fabricator. It can get us extra tokens once we can afford to focus on card draw. Plus, we can crew it to block up in case they're able to take down one of our robot overlords. They fire off more removal on one of our robot overlords, but that only deals 5 damage, and our robot overlord will laugh it off. Nice try, bro. I don't think they have the guts to send it. They'll lose their men for only 1 more damage on us. Yeah, I didn't think so. Keep your pants on, bro. It's our turn to strike back. We'll play out the Thrillroller and get a fresh pair of robot overlords. Then we'll follow up by turning our men sideways. They have to block at least 1 robot overlord or they're cooked. They block the Thrillroller with their claw, so 19 damages then. That's right. Smell you later, bro. Let's get out of here. It smells like butt. This is Cant ER Jr. I'm allergic to the ER too, bro. We get a 3-lander that's a bit slow. We have a Thrillroller as our first play and a Chandra and Teferi. The Guardian rounds out the hand, though we won't know when we'll be able to play it. This is a risk, but we'll try it out. Keep. Our Surveil land shows us a Guardian on top. We'll keep it in hopes that we'll be able to take advantage on a future turn. the opponent goes through their third turn without any plays. Luckily for us, since we wouldn't have been able to do anything with the hand we have. We draw a Siphon, but this turn we want to start pressuring the opponent. If they have removal for the Thrillroller, it can come right back from the grave. They take the hit, so we know we'll be able to get in for damages again if we can keep Chandra in play. Their first play is a Vault, and it looks like they're on a Reanimator strategy that started out rather slow. It's time for Chandra. Let's play her out, get a draw, and we can send in the Thrillroller again.
New plan.
We draw a Synthesizer, and that's going to set us up nicely.
We can go even faster.
They are definitely on Reanimator. All that's left is a Zombify, but that won't be happening this turn. That's a mess of card draw, but that's also the end of their turn. Before we use Chandra to draw and discard, let's play out the Synthesizer and see what we've got on top. That's a land and a moo. When we activate Chandra, we'll be able to draw into one, and we'll pick the land to draw first. We'll toss the Thrillroller, since it can come right back. On our next turn, we'll be able to throw a Beating.
Go, go, go!
Looks like they checked out, probably because they had a horrible draw. We won't take any chances and get Chandra's ultimate. Every artifact we get in play is 3 damage to any target. They are still around. Maybe they fell asleep during their turn.
Time to blaze a path to the finish line.
Even if they'd gotten something big and ugly down, we could have still cooked their goose. They counter our Guardian, but now they're tapped out, and we still have another Guardian along with an attack step. That's going to be GG's. Extra cheese. This is Luke Dieter. It's like he forgot the rest of his name. Oopsie poopsie. We get a 4-lander this game with 2 vehicles and a Chandra. The Fabricator has been an outstanding machine. Keep rocking it. Every game. They hit us with a Nightmare, and at this point I think we can let go one of our lands. A Momentum Breaker. This is a rather weird discard deck, but what's with the Esper colors? We'll let go of one of our Chandras without the mana to play even one out. The 4 mana cards are the most expendable. The Fabricator is likely our best bet against whatever they might be trying to do. Let's play it out. Pixie rears their ugly head. We should have known. They bounce the Nightmare, and we know we'll have to discard again. We'll toss Chandra. We want the vehicles that can get in for damages. We draw a Moo, and that's an excellent play. With her down, our vehicles turn into extra card draw and will generate Thopter tokens. Four coming in for a hit, bro. Block up. Damages, bro. Damages. There's fear on the other side. Pixie doesn't like opposing men since their guys are all rather small. We draw another Moo. That's perfect. We can go in with our vehicles and smash face. Bro, you're already down to 5. Heal yourself. Get some life back however which way you can. Don't go down like this, bro. There's their signature card. A little late, but at least she's here so we can massage her back with some vehicle wheels. They bounce their momentum breaker, but we're immune to their shenanigans now. Go ahead and play it again. We'll let our tapped vehicle token go. Pixie is weak and underpowered against us. They won't be able to stop the damages we've got coming on our next attack. Let's crew up and we'll send everything in. All that discard and momentum breaking, and we're still smashing in for a pile of damages. Thanks for coming on the big show. Smell you later, Pixie. Also, GG's. This is Elmo. He lives on Sesame Street with a big bird. A very big bird, you wouldn't believe how big. We get a 3-lander with an excellent mix of cards. A Fabricator is always great, especially if we have a way to draw extra cards. Keep your pants on. Let's play the island first to be able to get the siren down. We need to hear that chicken scream. The opponent is on the Golgari self-mill plan, possibly Roots. We draw an island, which is perfect. We'll be able to play out one of our 3 drops on schedule. This turn, we'll play out our Surveil land, and that shows us another Fabricator on top. We'll keep it. The Fabricator is a lot better than most people realize. It's time for a Fabricator, and we already have a way of drawing extra cards in hand. If we can crew our Fabricators, they are fully capable of ending the game in a few turns. They play out a Beanstalk, but I don't remember that being in the Roots arsenal. Everything they play is usually 3 mana or less. We'll play out the second Fabricator, then use the passage to fetch out a mountain. We can crew up one of the Fabricators if we use the map token and have a non-land on top. But of course, it's a land, which honestly is fine. We can play out the Siphon next turn and use it to draw right away. That'll trigger both Fabricators, and we can start crewing up and getting in for serious damages. They snipe our Siren to clear the way, but they've got only 2 damages on board. We draw a Synthesizer, and that has to be our play. By generating robot overlords, we can overpower their small men easily. On top, we have a land and a Guardian. We'll send the land on down, but the Guardian will be easy to drop in. For now, we'll get our love boat down. They keep to the self-mill plan and fire up their manland. Those are real damages this time around. We'll be able to generate some robot overlords on our turn and be able to defend as well as return fire. We'll play out the Siphon first, then drop in the Guardian. Let's crew up the love boat. If we have a land on top, we can play it and draw with the Siphon. The Explorer shows us a moo on top, and that's another good play for us on our next turn. They fire off a Season of Loss, and that'll clear out the board and give them some extra cards. It's a temporary setback, since we have more ammo on the way. Let's play out the Monument, and that will generate a Robot Overlord. We'll follow up with activating our Siphon to draw a card. They snipe our Robot Overlord, and we could use it to crew one of our Fabricators. But let's hold off. We gotta be defensive-minded now that we've gotten down to 10 life. They fire off removal at our Synthesizer, but we all know that is not the key of the deck. We don't even have anything to trigger it in hand. They should have hit the Siphon. They play out a Swarm, a big, beefy body whose only ability is making itself cost less. And that gives them away. They're playing their version of the Pro Tour Golgari graveyard deck that made it to the top 8. This turn we'll go with a bold move and play Teferi out. Sure, we'll be tapped out, but Teferi can draw us a card, and that'll get us another pair of Thopter tokens. Our Surveil land shows us another moo, but with one in hand, we don't really need another. They drop a Marauder, it's a discard guy, and we're happy with trading in the Siren for something else thanks to our Monument. And that will take Teferi's loyalty up a point as well. We draw a Chandra, and that is an upgrade over the Siren. Thanks, bro. Good looking out. They play out another Beanstalk. Gotta keep the hand acceleration going. That's a third beanstalk. Bro's going for warp 4 speed. They send in their big dummy, but we've got the tokens to block up. We kind of like having Teferi around. Let's draw with the Siphon, and that gets us a Guardian. Every card we play could be critical, so let's be careful. Chandra could help us get an advantage, but I think Moo could help us out a bit more. We'll follow up with the Guardian, and now we've got a good defensive setup.
I am here to learn.
They play out another swarm, but this one might be a bit too late. Make it a double. That's a lot of card draw, but we've got a Teferi. They come in yet again, but we like having our Teferi unscratched. Keep it in your pants, bro. Let's play out Chandra and use her to loot, and that will trigger the monument.
Be at the finish line, chumps. No time to think. Just drive.
Let's draw to get more loyalty on Teferi and get him up to 12. Using the Siphon to draw will get him to 13, and that's his ultimate, and we get to keep him on board. Let's wipe out their side of the board. We're sending them back to the Stone Age. This should pretty much seal the deal. Sure, they have a chance to recover, but we're too far ahead.
Eyes on the prize.
They play another Marauder, and we'll take the opportunity to turn our mountain into something a bit more useful. They fire off a sweeper and collect evidence. I don't know how they expect that to stop us, but opponents will opponent. We draw a synthesizer, and now with all the card draw we have, it will be a problem for them. On top we have double Mirex, not what we need, so we'll send them on down. The Thrillroller will be our next play. It'll trigger the synthesizer and get the ball rolling on generating robot overlords. The second Siphon will be next. That's another robot overlord for us. We'll +2 Chandra and sacrifice the vehicle token for another card.
Just a quick pit stop.
Then we can use Teferi to create a token, and that will get us another body that can crew up a vehicle. It's time to get in there. We've got lethality on board. Good night, sleep tight, don't let the shark man bite. Also, GG's. And that, my friends, is how we take down a Pro Tour deck, also satisfied customer.